me get right. Let me get right. I can't get right now. I can't get right now. Yo, what's good, people, man? It's your boy Persona, gaming with Persona, one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew. Yes, sir. How y'all feeling today, man? I hope you guys are happy, healthy, and safe. I hope everything is good with you guys and girls out there. And yo, big shout out to the chat, man. Big shout out to the chat, man. Big shout out to everybody, man. Happy New Year. Happy 2024.
I'm a PlayStation fan too. I'm a PlayStation fan. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am a PlayStation fan too. Listen, if you're at work, I hope I could get you through your work day. If you're on your way home from work or school, hope I could get you through your commute home. If you're at home cooking dinner, doing homework with the kids, cleaning the crib, I hope I could get you through your session. Listen, you might be taking a shower. I don't know. Cleanliness is closer to godliness. Listen, you might be having the matters with the significant other. I don't know. I just appreciate you putting me on. As I said, man, Happy New Year, everybody, ladies and gentlemen. We are in 2024. Finally. Jesus. I feel like it was taking forever. We're finally here, man. 2024. It's a great year, man. It's gonna be a great year, guys. I hope you guys have a lot of success, happiness, great wealth, great health. I hope you get that promotion. I hope you get that new job. I hope you get that second job for the hustlers and the grinders out there, man. I hope you get that degree, pass that exam, pass that midterm, pass that final, pass whatever you do. And of course, man, I hope we all get those great games, man. Definitely appreciate you guys. Listen, do me a favor, man. Throw a one. There's no vocals? Can you guys hear me? Oh, y'all can hear me now? Oh, y'all, okay. I'm just looking at the chat. That's why I'm like, I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. But yo, listen, put a 1 in the chat if you are feeling great. Put a 2 in the chat if you're just feeling okay. And put a 3 in the chat if you're not feeling that great at all. Listen, if you are at a 3, we want to get you to at least a 2. At least a 2. You feel me? So let me know in the chat, guys. Big shout out to everybody. I'm seeing the ones. I'm seeing the ones in the chat. Rollo with a 5. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Hey, yo, Cloud Strife, you a 3? No, sir. No, sir, Cloud. Not when we are 54 days away or 53 days away from Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. No, sir. I will not accept that 3. I will not accept that 3, Cloud Strife. We gonna get that to a 2 by the end of this show. Trust me. We are gonna get that to a 2 by the end of this show. Big shout out to Ice Queen, you a 3, in bed poorly. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you feel better, Ice Queen. Sorry you're not feeling too well. We're gonna try to get you to at least a 2 by the end of this show as well. Hopefully, we'll see. But yo, let me shout out everybody in the chat, man, real quick, man. Shout out to everybody. Yo, G Jr. in the building. G, what's going on with you, bro? Steady Flow in the building. Cloud Strife, appreciate you, bro. Amun Ra 3K in the building. My boy Upchuck Gaming in the building. Shout out to Upchuck Gaming and Dreology 619. Make sure you guys check out Plus on Block podcast every Sunday at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with the Plus on Block boys. Zero still in the building. Appreciate you. He says he has a headache. Yo, Zero, hope you feeling better, man. Yo, Damien in the building. Damien, I see you, bro. Big shout out to my boy Damien. Ice Queen in the building. King 1710 in the building. Philip K in the building. Ghost of New Orleans in the building. Cloud Strife in the building. Broken Lobo Gaming in the building. The Floyd in the building. Blue Mustang in the building. Outsider Gaming Night in the building. Yo, Gaming Night, what up, bro? FV77 in the building. Appreciate you. Leech 1399 in the building. J-Ro 49. Big Hardcore Gamer. Kratos 99. Nerdy Gaming. Who else is here, man? Big shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. Yo, Franco Tech in the building. Franco, how you feeling today, man? JP Loco in the building. Shout out to my boy JP Loco. Who else is here, man? Yo, Foxing around. Austin, what's good, bruh? What's going on with you, man? I know them Dolphins, I think they play today, don't they, Austin? I know that timeline about to be crazy. Who else is here, man? Make sure I get everybody. Yo, Muck45 in the building. What's good, bro? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Big shout out to y'all in the chat. Prince Philip in the building. Shout out to Prince Philip. Mary Wilcox in the building. AC in the building. in the building. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Bird, they got my boy Bird in the chat. Oh, it's Saturday. Dolphins play Saturday. Okay. Big shout out to everybody, man. Y'all know I appreciate y'all so much, man. Rocking out with your boy, man. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. And I got a new hoodie. You like the hoodie? Yo, put a thumbs up if you guys like the hoodie, man. I'm trying to be more colorful out here, man. Put a thumbs up if you guys like the hoodie, man. Y'all like this hoodie, man. Y'all, is it good? Are we good? The hoodie's good. Put a thumbs up or put a thumbs down if you don't like the hoodie. Let me know. You know, we're trying out new hoodies, man. We're trying new things. It's a new year. We trying new things. Y'all being so sweet in the chat, man, with the thumbs up, man. Y'all ain't gotta be nice to me. Putting the thumbs up in the chat. You're making me feel so special. I'm gonna be listening on my drive home. Perfect timing. Oh, you already know I got you, Bird. You already know, bro. Yo, Vigilante, what's going on with you, man? Big shout out to you. Mac the Stampede in the building. Mac, what's going on with you, bro? Shout out to my boy Mac in the building. What was I gonna say? Let me read these two messages. Yo, shout out to Blue Mustang 357. 33 months as a member on the channel. What? Yo, listen, members, this is giveaway month. I got y'all. This month I got y'all. He says, took a small break from gaming to go on a camping trip. Now I'm ready for Final Fantasy 14 6.5 update and FF7 Rebirth. Yes, sir. You already know, man. It's going to be a great time. It is going to be a great time. Big shout out to Blue Mustang. The shout out to JP Loco with the 5. Is that Australia? A is Australian dollars? I don't know. Listen. Australia? A? Let me know. Y'all let me know in the chat. He said, you hear that Mary Jane 2, Spider-Man 2's MJ model has quit modeling because of all the hate and death threats she was getting? What? Really? Yo, that's crazy. Yo, it's a lot. Yo, real talk. That's. I'm not surprised, man. Yo, it's a lot of weirdos out here, man. In these gaming streets, man. That they running off at their mouth. Yo, Blackbeard, what's good, bro? Yo, if that's true, man, that's really sad, man. I'm sorry that she had to experience a lot of those threats, all because weirdos are mad at how Mary Jane looks and trying to come at her how she looks and all this other stuff. It's like, yo, man, listen, you know, would you? Listen, man, that's crazy. Real talk, that's disgusting. That's really disgusting. I'm disgusted by that. Oh yes, Australia. Yo, damn, JP Local, you know Australia? Yo, shout out to Australia. I got Australians rocking out with your boy Persona. Yo, I feel special. Hold up, man. You about to make me tear up, JP. I got people all the way across the ocean rocking out with your boy Persona. Yo, who else? Yo, put a 1 in the chat. You ain't gotta put your location, but I'm very curious. Put a 1 in the chat if you are in another country. I'm curious to see how many people are actually in another country that rock out with your boy. I'm just curious. I'm a little curious. Ice Cream, I know you in the UK. Shout out to the UK mans them. Shout out to the UK boys and girls out there. Oh man, a lot of y'all are across the world. Holy shit, I didn't think y'all was rocking out with your boy Persona from across the world. God damn, man, that makes me feel special. Does the Bronx count as a country? Yo, the Bronx is done. Yo, Cloud, let me tell you something, Cloud. The Bronx is a whole nother world. It ain't even another country. The Bronx is an entirely different world. You feel me? So absolutely, you count. Shout out to the UK men's them. Zero Still from the Philippines. Word. Toronto, Canada. Yo, that's what's up. Yo, shout out. Yo, let me get a round of applause for the folks out here, man. Let me see. Do I got big round of applause for the folks out there, yo. Big round of applause. I love it, man. You know, another round of applause, man. Big shout out to everybody out here, man. JC in Vermont, yo, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we worldwide out here. You feel me? I appreciate everybody from all over the world that rocks out with your boy Persona. Rocks out with my content, rocks out with What's Up PlayStation podcast, rocks out with my boy Bari and his content. Listen, man, it's dope, man. It's really a dope feeling. It's crazy how like the internet, it's just like this thing where like it really can connect so many people, and it's like I got people across the world watching me. You feel me? It's dope. So shout out to y'all, man. Yo, True Bleed was good. Jeff B Gaming in the building was good, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Big shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all, real talk. Chips and Sticks in the building too, by the way. Appreciate you. He says LML. He says LML. I was gonna ask if Staten Island counts. My man is on his game today. Hey, yo, listen, Staten Island count too, man. Yo, listen, I tell people all the time, 2 boroughs you stay away from if you come into New York as a visitor. The Bronx and Staten Island. The Bronx, because that's a whole nother world over there, man. Like, yo, trust me, don't go to the Bronx. And Staten Island is just like, that's no man's land. You feel me? Like, it's hard to get to. It ain't shit out there. Like, it's very suburban out there in Staten Island. Ain't nobody going out there to Staten Island. You feel me? I was talking to a chick one time who's in Staten Island. It ain't work out. It was too far. It was too far. I was like, shorty, you way too far. She's like, oh, we in the same state. I'm like, yeah, but I gotta catch a boat to see you, shorty. I ain't doing all that. Nah, you too far. It ain't gonna work, baby. She was fine as hell too. It ain't gonna work, baby. I'm sorry. It's a whole nother world out there in Staten Island. So tourists, if tourists are coming to New York, you don't need to go to Staten Island. Ain't shit out there. And the Bronx is no man's land. It's a no-go. It's a no-fly zone. So don't. Manhattan, Queens, and Brooklyn. That's the only place you need to go. You good. But yo, Typhoon in the building. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Big shout out to y'all. All right, so let's get into the show, man. Actually, listen, it's been a while, guys. You feel me? Like, it's a new year. Can we vibe out for just a little bit long? Can we vibe out for a few more minutes? I just want to vibe out just a little bit. Rock out with y'all and vibe out for a few minutes, man. I only vibe out if the chat say it's cool that we could vibe out. Can we vibe out? Can we vibe out for a few more minutes, ladies and gentlemen? I gotta ask the chat. Cause I know, man. I know the chat. You know, they be like, Persona, what's going on here, man? Listen, can we vibe out? Yo, Henry Heck in the building. He said, what's good, Persona? What's good, chat? Shout out to my boy Henry Heck. Shout out to Lil Mama if she listening. Yeah, we gonna vibe out. We gonna vibe out. We gonna vibe out. We gonna vibe out just a few more minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Just a few more minutes, guys. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling good this week. A lot of great energy, a lot of great vibes. You feel me? It's a good time, man. And it's been a minute since I've done on When Persona Speaks as well. It's a new year, first When Persona Speaks of the year. We gotta vibe out, man. We gotta vibe out. Oh yeah, we gotta vibe out. We gotta vibe out. Oh yeah, we vibing out today. Listen, it's Tuesday. It's a good day. It's a good day out here, man. It's a great day out here. Yo, Glacian, what's good, man? Shout out to y'all in the chat, man. Yo, True Virgil in the building. Shout out to True Virgil. Meek Gamer in the building. Shout out to my boy Meek. Yo, Sticks, what's good with you, man? Yo, we vibing out, man. It's a good day. It's a good day, guys. Even if you having a bad day, we're gonna make your day better by the end of this show. It's gonna be a good day today. It's gonna be a good evening. Or, you know, if you're on the other part of the world, it might be daytime. Who knows? It's gonna be a good day, man. Trust me, man. Trust me. I got y'all, man. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. I can definitely entertain. Y'all know this. That's why y'all come to the channel. If I was boring as hell, you wouldn't even come to the channel. So you know I'm gonna entertain you guys, man. Y'all know I'm gonna make y'all laugh. It's gonna be a good conversation, man. Yeah, I'm in NY, JC. Yo, Braxton Bow, what's good, bro? Yo, Lord Hog in the building, what's good? Y'all know I can pick the beats too. I'm good at the beats. I'm good at picking the right music, the right songs. Listen, man. If y'all need me to create y'all a nice little playlist, you know, you and the missus, you need a nice little playlist or something. Listen, I got a good ear for music. You understand? I got a really good ear for music. Oh yeah, Stella Blade. Yeah, actually, JC, we all getting hit with the storm. We all getting hit with the storm right now. Pretty bad actually. I'm glad I got home before things got too crazy. But all right. That's enough vibing out, man. Let's let's get into the show, man. Let's Let's rock out, right? So, all right. It's two things, maybe three, depending, because I don't want to go too long. Pause. But there's a couple things I want to talk about today, right? I definitely want to talk about this whole Xbox games going to PC. I mean, going to other platforms, and I want to talk. Although, listen, guys, DC, what's good, bro? I don't know if I said what's up to you, DC, and I think you did a message too. Oh, yo, shout out to DC Gaming, man. 18 months as a member on the channel. Big shout out to my boy DC, man. He says that boy got the holiday hoodie on. Cheers for a good show. Hit the like button, sub button, folks. Yo, appreciate you, DC, always, bro, man. Big shout out to my boy DC in the building, rocking out. What was I about to say? Oh, damn, what was I about to say? Yeah, I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old. I'm really getting old, man. I'm an old man. It's the age starting to creep up with me, man. I'm about to be 32. The age creeping up with your boy, man. I'm old, man. I'm old. Jesus. Oh, Xbox games. Xbox games. So, you know, I do want to talk about this whole conversation around like Xbox games going to other platforms and all this other stuff. Obviously, you know, this stuff is rumors, right? But I do want to, like, you know, talk about it because, you know, it's been a heavy conversation for the past 2-3 days now, right? So I do want to put my thoughts out there. Again, this is only rumors, right? So like nothing is fact, but I do want to put my thoughts out there from the perspective of, you know, a what if scenario with Xbox putting in games on other platforms, why this might be happening, but also, and I talked about this in depth in a space recently, where I was talking about how I think PlayStation needs to, I keep saying PlayStation, Xbox needs to renege on the whole day and date thing and go to a case by case basis. We're going to talk about all that, break all that down, you know, put my thoughts out there and things like that, right? Then I also want to talk about my, I don't know if I'm going to change the title because I put expectations, but I think expectations might be a little too aggressive of a word to use when it comes to what I'm probably going to put what I hope to see from PlayStation in 2024, right? Instead of expectations, because expectations means that, you know, yo, Oolong Tea Gaming, what's good, bro? Expectations means that it's kind of like, oh yeah, you know, you're expecting this because it's something that's confirmed or whatever case it be. No, but I am going to put I'm going to change it to like what I hope to see from PlayStation in 2024. But we definitely going to talk about 2024, my hopes and kind of like my wish list when it comes to PlayStation within the gaming space in 2024, right? And aspirations. No, aspirations is more so like goals and stuff like that. I don't know if aspirations would be the word. We'll do hopes or wish lists. My PlayStation 2024 wish list. We'll do that. We'll do that. I think that'll fly over pretty nicely. And then what was that? There was something else I wanted to talk about. See, guys, I'm getting old. Guys. See, it's Lord Hawk said, bro, I'm gonna be 40 in February. Word, that's what's up, man. Shout out to the January, February birthdays. Yo, Brian East, what's good? By the way, the Floyd said after 21 it flies by. Yo, listen, I remember my grandmother used to tell me this a lot, that the older you get, the faster time flies. And I remember when I was young, I never understood. I didn't believe that. I was like, yo, I feel like time is just going so slow. I was just like, I don't believe that. Like, you know, but as I got older, once, you know what's funny? Once time, so how old was I when time started going by really quickly? I think I was maybe like 20, I want to say like 26, 25, 26, maybe 27, when I really was just like, yo, time is just going by so quickly. Like, I just started realizing that, like, yo, time is just flying. Like, what is going on here? I was probably like 26, 27 when I started realizing it. Once I hit 30, it was a wrap. It was a wrap for your boy. Once I hit 30, ayo, I blink and it's my birthday again. Or I blink and yo, man. Hey, 40 the new 20? Ayo, listen. Yo, Jeff said he gonna be 44 in May. Hey, that's what's up. Ice Queen, she gonna be 44 in September. Okay. Braxton Bow turned 30 next month. Yo, we got a lot of January, February birthdays, man. Yo, listen, I'm all for the Aquarius and is it Pisces? Yes, Aquarius and Pisces. Shout out to the Aquarius and Pisces out there. January, February birthdays. You heard? January, you know, obviously Aquarius is the best sign. You feel me? I don't follow that astrology stuff too heavy, but listen, anything that I am is the best. And I am an Aquarius, so Aquarius is the best sign. Listen, man, I don't make the rules. You feel me? I just follow them. I just enforce them. I just make sure y'all know what the rules is. I don't make the rules. Yo, big shout out to my boy Barry in the building, other half of What's Up PlayStation podcast. He said, "What up, nerd? What's good, bro? Hey, bro, you calling me a nerd? Really? The disrespect." Big shout out to my boy Barry. 30 in July. Barry, Barry, you know damn well you was not about to be no 30 in no July. Cut the bullshit out. You about to be 50 in July. Typhoon gonna be 37 in March. Okay. Team Ambush, you say, oh, you gonna be 40 in August? Okay. Yo, man, I got a lot. I love the diversity of my audience, man, and the people that support your boy, man. Like, there's a lot of people of all ages and walks of life, man. I love this. This is great. Brace yourself because your 30s will fly. Absolutely. Yo, Chips, it's already flying, bro. I'm about to be 32, bro. It's over for your boy, man. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for your boy, man. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be 39. Shit, this is crazy. Sheesh, this is crazy, man. Ghost in New Orleans gonna be 39. 43 for Brian East. Okay, 33 for King Metro. That's what's up. Yo, Metro, what's good, by the way? Turned 30. Yo, man, y'all definitely out here living life, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Big shout out to y'all, man. Phillipson in the building. What's good with you, bro? Kelvin Smith in the building. Kelvin said you're gonna be 33 in October. Okay. 43 in June. Shout out to Big Hardcore Gamer. And y'all know I look amazing. Oh, you just turned 37 sticks? That's what's up. Listen, your boy in his 30s is aging gracefully. I will say that. You understand? I might be an old man, but your boy definitely look nice, young and dapper. You understand? I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. You understand? Yo, big shout out to Bird, 37 in April. Okay. Kratos gonna be 26 next month. Damn, goddamn. Y'all some Asian motherfuckers out here. 50. Oh, hey, shout out to J-Ro, gonna be 50 on the 1st. Okay. Franco Tech, 43 in September. Vedger, it's gonna be, he says, when you get to 50, you will warp. Hey, yo, listen, when I get to 50, oh man, your boy still gonna be one of the greatest in the game. You understand? My youth, I'm gonna be like Guy Sensei. Your boy gonna be 50, but that power of youth gonna be on your boy. You heard? That power of youth definitely gonna be on your boy. Nerdy Gamer gonna be 31 years old, and I'm gonna appreciate my 30s as much as I can. Yo, listen, I'm gonna definitely appreciate my 30s as much as I can, yo, because once I get to 40, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for your boy, man. It's over. That's it. From 40, you're gonna be 40, then you're gonna blink, you're gonna be 50, then you're gonna blink, you're gonna be 60, then you're gonna blink and you're gonna be 70, then you're gonna blink and you're gonna be 80. You're gonna be blinking and be 90, and then hopefully we get to 100. We're gonna see. Hopefully we get to 100. I'm gonna still be gaming though. Listen, if I'm 100 years old and your boy's in a home or wherever the hell I am, best believe it's gonna be that PlayStation 19 with your boy. You understand? We gaming all the way as 100 years old. I'm gonna be gaming. Trust me. That PlayStation 19 gonna be fire. We're gonna be playing God of War 25. We're gonna be playing. Hopefully we'll. I'm a crack a joke. Naughty Dog, I love you guys. I love you guys so much. But I gotta crack this joke. We're gonna be 100 years old. We're gonna be waiting on the next game from Naughty Dog. Still. You feel me? We're gonna be getting old out here, man. We're getting old out here, man. But it's all good, man. We all aging gracefully, which is good. Right? But all right. Nah, it ain't gonna be Factions 10. We still gonna be waiting for Naughty Dog's game in our 90s, just like we still waiting now. They're gonna be like, oh, we cooking every year. We cooking. All right, you're gonna be 60 years old. All right, we still cooking, guys. We gonna be 90 years old. We still cooking. It's like, well, damn, you about to cook me into the goddamn grave. Goddamn. Yo, Dr. Martin Van Nostrand, what's good, bro? But all right, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, guys. Enough chit chat. Yo, JP Local, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, bunch of old farts up in here. Yes, sir. We all old farts up in here, man. It is what it is. I might get canceled, but Persona said he gonna be playing with the accessibility controls when he 90. Yo, listen, absolutely not. Yo, when I'm 90 years old, your boy's still gonna be the best motherfucker on the game when it comes to any game I play. 90 years old, I'm gonna be cooking these young folks up in them FPSs at 90 years old. Trust me. Bookmark this shit. When I get 90, or Lord willing, I reach 90 years old, your boy gonna be busting ass. Trust me. Shout out to Sticks. He said, what Sticks say? I missed. Oh, he said, shout out to Persona and the community for rocking with me almost 4 years now. You already know, bro. You already know. Neil Druckmann Jr. would get the same hate. Oh, nah. I came to Twitter off these streams. Oh, yeah. But all right, guys, let's get into it, man. All right, so yo, Freddy214, what's good, bro? All right, so this is where I want to start, right? I do want to start with the whole Xbox first party going to other platforms. Rumor. This is alleged. There's nothing confirmed. But I was like, you know what? Let's entertain the conversation, right? Let's entertain it. Let's have some fun. Let's talk about it, right? So obviously, I've been throwing a couple jokes out there, small little lighthearted jokes, nothing too serious. I do want to say this. I do want to start by saying this as a disclaimer, right? I am a person that is in support of games being exclusive to an ecosystem or a platform. Regardless if it's PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox, I do believe that, yo, J Gamer UK, what's good, bro? I do believe that games should be exclusive. Their exclusives are very, very important within the industry. Within these consoles, within competition, right? Why do you think Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox to a lesser degree are doing these timed exclusive deals and trying to get locked down this game and that game or this publisher or that studio or this or whatever? Because it's all competition, right? As much as people would like to minimize what Microsoft is, or not minimize, excuse me, as much as people would want to, minimize what Microsoft is doing is not being, as not really caring about competition. Everything they do is in direct correlation to competition of the big three, right? And so I do think that when it comes to games being exclusive to a platform, Microsoft, Nintendo, and PlayStation all are within their right to make something exclusive to set their console or their brand apart from the competition. That's business. That's how things work. So I do want to put that disclaimer out there before we start having this conversation and have a little bit of fun, right? With that being said, there's always a caveat, guys. There's always a caveat. When it comes to Microsoft wanting to potentially, allegedly, rumored, put certain games onto other platforms, and again, it wouldn't necessarily be PlayStation. It could be Nintendo. It could be, whatever. I do think that is also something that is very plausible, because Microsoft and the money that they have put into this industry in terms of acquiring a lot of these bigger publishers and putting things into Game Pass day and date, I do think that there is this, and this is just me, I'm on the outside looking in. I don't know what the business backroom dealings are when it comes to any of these companies. This is just me kind of just spitballing and just having a conversation. But I do think that Microsoft is looking at a lot of what is going on within the industry, looking at the money that has been spent so far. Yo, Gaming with Junior, what's good, bro? The money that has been spent so far, and they're looking to recoup their investments, right? They're looking to recoup money as fast as possible, but also increase whatever money can be made wherever it can be made, right? Because, as much as people don't want to admit this, and some people may take this as a fanboy thing, and I'm really not trying to fanboy here, but when it comes to the Xbox ecosystem, Microsoft, I think, because from what we see with the Xbox ecosystem, buying games isn't really that community's strong suit, right? Will be PC with how we word it, right? And we see that through the facts, data, and statistics. Now, I'm not saying that gamers are not buying games at all, because obviously we see games chart all the time on NPDs and all these other things, right? So I'm not saying that the community is not buying games at all, but the kind and caliber of games that they're buying and the rate at which they're buying them and the quantity of which these games are being bought when it comes to that ecosystem, and I'm strictly speaking on the Xbox ecosystem, not PC, just Xbox, it's not enough to sustain the not just the business model, but also the amount of money that Microsoft would like to make, or revenue they would like to gain and profit they would like to gain from being a part of the gaming business, right? Obviously, there goes PC, because if you go back to 2016, 2017, when Microsoft was still doing big AAA third-party deals and things like that. Great. I think the last AAA deal they did before they did the whole Game Pass thing was Tomb Raider. I might be wrong on that, so somebody check me on that. But when it comes to that game, and really just a lot of their games going into the Xbox One generation, people buying games on that platform wasn't in abundance, right? Ergo's Game Pass, ergo's games going into a service day and date, ergo's them slowing down significantly on putting out the big tentpole games that you would see from like a Nintendo or a PlayStation, or those high caliber games. Again, I'm not saying that they weren't putting those things out, but the rate of which those games were releasing wasn't in abundance, right? So we see that Microsoft pivots to Game Pass, pivots to games going day and date, right? Then we see them investing a lot into acquiring certain studios, because remember they announced that Obsidian was acquired and a bunch of other studios were acquired at that one E3 a couple years back. Then in 2019 they announced that they were acquired, or was it 2020? I don't remember if it was 2019, 2020. Somebody correct me in the chat. But I remember they were talking about how they were, when they announced that they were acquiring ZeniMax, right? Which is a big publisher, a big tentpole publisher within the industry, right? That's 9 billion or 7 or 8 billion, or it might be 9. I might be wrong. Somebody check my numbers. Between 7 and 9 billion, right? Then we fast forward to 2022. Where they announced, or was it 2023? I got my date. I think it was 2023. Where they announced, was it 2022 or 2023? I forget if it was 2022 or 2023 for Activision Blizzard. But they announced the ABK deal, which is a $70 billion acquisition, $70 billion deal, which is and this is kind of me. This is me let me tell you how I interpret that, right? From where I sit, right? Now, obviously, we know that we know that Xbox is, they're all in on gaming. They're spending a lot of money. Microsoft is, giving the Xbox division a lot of money to kind of, set themselves up within the gaming industry, and lock down these big tentpole publishers, wanting to get, they're in the PC market, wanting to get more in the mobile market, right? But, one of the things, and I'm looking at this from the console perspective, right? I do think that, when it comes to the amount of money that's being spent, because a lot of opinions that I've heard, people tend to say, oh, well, Microsoft cares about mobile, or Microsoft doesn't look at PlayStation as competition or Nintendo as competition. Microsoft looks at Amazon or Google or whoever as competition, even in that regard that does not, or Tencent, right? Which even in that regard that doesn't make sense, right? Because Tencent doesn't have a console or a platform. If Tencent is acquiring things is still something to pay attention to. It's not like Tencent is acquiring things and then locking it down to a specific platform, right? So in terms of Microsoft looking at Tencent and saying, yeah, I'm worried about Tencent, people using that argument doesn't make sense to me, because it's like, worried about Tencent in terms of what? Locking things down? so that it doesn't come to Xbox? Like, what are we talking about here? You get what I'm saying? Even Embracer, we see what's going on with Embracer and how they kind of bit off more than they can chew when it comes to the amount of studios they've acquired, and now all of those studios, all of those studios are, you know, being a lot of these studios are being laid off, shut down, all these different things. You know, Embracer definitely bit off more than they could chew. But even looking at someone like Google. Clearly, Google has waved the white flag when it comes to gaming, or at least to a degree, with them shutting down Stadia and kind of moving on past that. You feel me? Google is one of the largest, or Alphabet is one of the largest companies in the world. You know, they are also $1 trillion company that could foot a lot of money and invest a lot into, and they also have a very high-end infrastructure when it comes to cloud and things like that as well, to where, you know, if they wanted to do something cloud-based, which is what they did, it would be sustainable for them because they have that infrastructure already. Amazon, again, a lot of these other people, they don't have a platform. They don't have a console, right? Like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, right? Or Luna. I think Luna is still around, Amazon Luna. So, you know, you could lock things down to that streaming service or whatever, right? But I think when it comes to Microsoft, again, going back to like the argument that people tend to use in these spaces or on Twitter when it comes to, oh, well, you know, their focus isn't Nintendo and Xbox. Their focus is the other $1 trillion companies or the other bigger players that's coming within the gaming landscape. It's like, okay, and this is, again, hypothetically, okay, so let's use that argument. Let's say that your argument is valid, right? Let's say that, okay, Microsoft is not worried about an Xbox or a PlayStation. They're worried about the bigger players over here, right? That's what people are saying. That's the arguments that people are using, blah, 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 when it comes to all this, you know, all these different conversations. Using that logic, wouldn't it make sense for Microsoft to put their things on those other platforms to capitalize off that money being made that could potentially be made on those platforms, which then increases their revenue, which then increases their profits? Using that logic. Because the funniest thing about all of this stuff is how angry people are at this rumor, right? Because nothing's substantiated, nothing's confirmed. You know, we'll see what happens in the future. Who knows, right? But as of right now, nothing is confirmed. But we've definitely been seeing a lot of people get really angry at this stuff. And the thing that makes no sense to me is during the entire discourse of the ABK deal, you had a lot of people telling you that PlayStation and Nintendo is not Microsoft's competition. It's Amazon, Google, Tencent, Embracer, and all these other companies. So if your argument during the whole ABK discourse was that, but then we fast forward to now and see these new rumors, and you're angry at the fact that those games could potentially, that some games, it's all games, who knows, right? But if those games could be coming to another platform and you're angry at that, that means that the stuff that you were saying during the whole ABK discourse was bullshit. Or is this bullshit? Because remember, exclusives don't matter. One of the biggest arguments that was getting pushed around within this community was that Call of Duty needs to be available everywhere. You need to be able to, you know, PlayStation shouldn't be able to lock down an exclusive skin on one platform. That should be made available everywhere. Oh, more people get to play COD now on other platforms and don't need to own the consoles. It's past the console. What's the other? Oh, shout out to Bari. Shout out to Bari. I'm about to steal one of Bari's talking points. Shout out to my boy Bari. I'm giving him all the credit because this is one of his talking points that he's used a lot, right? One of the other biggest things that people tend to talk about within this industry, within the community, is Microsoft has moved past consoles. They've moved past console gaming. These are arguments. Yo, go back to the whole ABK discourse. Go back to it. These were the arguments and the talking points that people were using to justify the ABK deal. Now here's where I come in, right? Here's where I come in. Hold on, I'm getting a little thirsty. Listen, guys, I'm old. Here's where I come in. One of the things that yo, Damien, funny. Yo, RK, what's good, man? So one of the things that I've always thought about, J1, what's good? Shout DeJuan Thompson in the building. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Dark Zone, what's good? What do you say? Microsoft is not going third party. Okay, good. This is not an argument for why Microsoft should go third party, right? This is just a conversation, entertaining rumors, right? And just giving my thoughts on that. If Microsoft says we will never go third party, our stuff will always be 100% exclusive, good. Like I'm in favor of that, because they own these studios, they own these companies, so they're within their right to make things exclusive, to make things more enticing for you to want to pick up their console or buy their games or buy into the Game Pass model or whatever it is they're doing. I mean, that's their prerogative, right? This isn't an argument for why they should go third party. This is just me giving my thoughts and pointing out inaccuracies within the community, right? See, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, so you know, when it comes to where I come in, right? This is where I come in of this whole situation. One of the things I said was, you know, Microsoft is footing a $70 billion bill to get Activision Blizzard, ABK, right? How do you recoup those costs? Because one thing that people keep saying is, oh, well, they don't need to recoup the cost because these are companies that are making money hand over fist already. And obviously, you know, we know ABK is, you know, they got their hands in the PC market, the mobile market. Obviously, the mobile market is the most profitable market, than PC, than consoles. Fine, right? Like, you know, we know that. There is no debating that. Fine. My follow-up question is, okay, if these games, for the games that do come to consoles and comes to all consoles, right? If these games that are releasing on all platforms and are meeting or helping to meet or exceed the profit expectations or revenue expectations quarter after quarter, if you make these games exclusive or take these games off certain platforms that have helped to put set the profit margins and revenue margins and all this other stuff in place prior to the acquisition, isn't that money being lost? Now listen, I'm not an accountant. You understand? I don't run a business. I do understand business to a certain degree, but I don't have a business degree, and I don't run a business. But I love to ask questions. If these games are removed from the platform that has helped those profit margins increase quarter after quarter, fiscal year after fiscal year, doesn't that defeat the purpose? Listen, I'm asking questions. Now, we all know 2 + 2 = fish. I'm joking, by the way. 2 + 2 = 4, right? We all know that. 2 + 2 = 4. I'm just asking questions. Because when you remove a big player that was helping with your profits, you got to make up for that somehow. How do you do that? There's a difference between day and date. There's a difference between day and date and porting them a year or two later. Very true. Very true. Which that feeds into the trickle down method. Your Iron Panther was good, bro. So, you know, when you look at the money that's being spent, I wouldn't be surprised if Microsoft was to say, yeah, we're gonna put certain games here, maybe 6 months later, a year later, whatever. I mean, I buy the games anyway. I own Hi-Fi Rush. I own High on Life. I own, what's the other game? It's another game from Xbox I own Halo and all this other stuff. Like, I have these. Oh, you was responding to somebody in the chat. Oh, okay. I own a lot of these games, right? So for me, it means no, never mind if these games do or don't ever come to another platform, because I'm gonna own these games regardless, because I own multiple platforms already. Like, there's a reason why I own all these platforms, because they all offer something that I want, which is a game that can only be played on a specific platform. Nintendo does, PlayStation does, PC does. When Hellblade 2 comes out, guess where I'm gonna be playing at? Right here on my PC. When Indiana Jones comes out, guess where I'm gonna be playing at? Right here on my PC. When Fable, depending on how Fable looks, if it looks good, I might grab that as well. But when Fable and all these other games that Xbox might have coming out, guess where I'm gonna be playing it? Right here on my PC. And any other game that interests me. For me personally, it doesn't affect me or impact me if a game never comes to a platform that I prefer. Like, I prefer PlayStation, right? Everybody knows that. I don't need to hide that, right? I prefer PlayStation, right? But that doesn't mean that because my preference is PlayStation, that is hindering me from playing a game somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? When we look at a lot of people and a lot of things in this community, how people move and things like that, I feel like people allow their preference of something to hinder them from enjoying great games, right? That's never been me. As much as some people may try to push that type of narrative because of my preference, for those that really watch my content, rock out with me and Barry on WUPS or wherever, you guys know that's not how I move, right? So for me personally, it means no, never mind if things do or don't ever come to PlayStation. Like, I'm not even advocating for that, right? But I do think it's fun to play around with the scenario, because when you look at the landscape of gaming right now, when you look at the amount of money and things like that Microsoft has put into gaming, on the outside looking in, it does seem hard to believe, especially when you look at the track record of some of the things that they have put on other platforms and things like that. It doesn't seem too far-fetched to think that would continue as the more they acquire. Like, it's not far-fetched to think that, because again, the track record and history of what they've done in the past says that they would do that, right? And then when you're looking at the money that's going into the gaming landscape for them and for the Xbox division or Microsoft or however you want to categorize it, they're gonna want to B Staples, what's good, bro? They're gonna want to make that money back quickly from all avenues. See, a lot of people, and this is why it's like, it's so funny, you know, like it's very funny, right? A lot of people think a company, so all right, let's think of it this way. I'll do a scenario. You're a CEO of a company and you run 3 different sectors, right? You're a CEO of a gaming company. Let's make it simple. This is a gaming channel. Let's keep it in the gaming realm, right? You're a CEO of a gaming company, right? You have a mobile division, you have a PC division, and you have a console division, right? Your console division is not meeting expectations quarter after quarter. Mobile's doing great, it's exceeding expectations. PC's doing great, it's exceeding expectations. But your console business is not meeting expectations. If you listen to people on this community, people will tell you that a company will just keep throwing money at it and just ignore that it's not returning any type of substantial profits. That's completely wrong. That couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. No company, I don't care who it is, how rich it is going to continuously put money into something and not expect that something to either improve and you know, those profits or revenues improve, or they outright cut it off. So you as a CEO, you are trying to do everything you can to increase the console portion of your business. you're making investments, you're making strides within technology and all these other different things. You're doing the work, but you're not able to meet those expectations from the console side of your business. Mobile and PC are still doing fine. I'm asking the chat. You're the CEO. Chat, you all are the CEO right now. I'm asking you, what do you do? Your mobile business is doing good. Your PC business is doing good, but your console business is not meeting the expectations despite all the investments you continue to put into that portion of the business. You as the CEO, what do? You tell me. I can't tell you. You tell me what you're gonna do. Tell me in the chat. What would you do? I'm extremely curious to hear what the audience would do. I'll tell you what I would do. If the console portion of the business, for me, if I was the CEO and the console portion of my business is not meeting those expectations, I wouldn't cut it off, but I would try to utilize the console market to maximize the profits within that sector. What does that mean? The games are still going to PC. The games are still being made on mobile, so money is still being made. But instead of cutting off the entirety of that console business, still keep it around, keep it there, but just break down the walls, so to speak, and utilize the entirety of the console market to maximize the profits within that part of the industry. What does that mean? It might be a little bit more work that needs to be done in the development area, but the return on those investments might be greater because now the game that's being put out on that console side of the business can be reached to more people and more money could be made. But that's a hypothetical. Exclusives are important. They are, by the way, that's not a joke. Exclusives are very, very important. But when nobody's buying the games, or the money that's going into the games is not being realized, and again, these are all hypotheticals. I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm saying that these are just hypotheticals, right? I personally would look elsewhere if I'm not able to make money in that console market, at least not at the rate of what I would hope to make. Especially when you weigh that against the amount of money that would potentially be going into making said games. Here's the other thing. Yo, shout out to JP Local, man. Appreciate you for the super chat. He says, problem is a lot of their games just ain't selling or being played or increasing Game Pass subscriber count. They can't keep not making money. Well, see, here's the thing. The Game Pass thing is really only exclusive to consoles, right? Not PC, from the last of what we've heard or seen in terms of those leaked documents or whatever. I think it was an interview or something like that. I forget. No, it was an interview. It was an interview that Phil Spencer was doing. But when it comes to the PC side of things, they're seeing good or decent growth when it comes to Game Pass, but they're not seeing that growth within the console space, and the console space is stalled out. Part of the reason, from my perspective and what and again, I'm on the outside looking in. Part of the reason why I think, I think this is common sense, really, but part of the reason why I think the console side of Game Pass is stalled out is because Xboxes are not being bought, at least not at a rate that would be acceptable, not just to the suits and the investors within Microsoft, but also at a rate that would then see that growth that they would want to see with Game Pass on the console side of things. Ergo, they would need, and again, how do you get more people to buy into Game Pass on consoles or wherever, right? Obviously, you make big investments, which is what we see Microsoft doing. They bought a Bethesda or ZeniMax, they bought ABK, right? They made all these massive acquisitions that, I would assume they are hoping would help improve that console side of the business when it comes to people buying a console or whatever the case may be, right? We have to wait and see how that would pan out. But at the same time, I do think when it comes to Nintendo and PlayStation, and again, these are things that Phil Spencer has said as well, right? Like this isn't just like bullshit jargon. These are things that Philip Bartholomew J. Spencer have said as well. People are not willing to leave their digital libraries for another ecosystem. And I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say it like that word for word, but I'm paraphrasing. What does that mean? That means that for Nintendo and PlayStation, they have cemented themselves within the industry and within gaming console space and it's going to be very difficult for someone like a Microsoft to pull those people away. Very, very difficult. Phil Spencer's telling you this. I'm not telling you this. These are Phil Spencer's words. So when it comes to how you move within the console space, gonna be tough. Hopefully the acquisitions help, but it's still gonna be a tough lift. It's gonna be a tough thing to do. What do you do? What do you do at that point? As a businessman, what do you do at that point? You made the investments. Now, obviously, we have to wait to see if things pan out. But even with the waiting game or playing the long game, because that's another argument that I tend to see people say, "Oh yeah, we're playing the long game." Microsoft is playing the long game, and it's like, okay, how long do you think Microsoft is going to be willing to continuously put money into something that isn't growing in profit? You know, you have to take this idea out your mind that because they're a $1 trillion company, that means that their money is endless. In theory, it is endless. Yes. In theory. But it's not endless because of the gaming division. It's endless because of the cloud and the OS and their other subscription services. Also, they're gonna want to make even more money. Companies like Microsoft don't just stop, or if something is not making money, they don't just keep putting money into it endlessly. No company is doing that. What do you do at that point? What do you do? A lot of people know the answer. They just don't want to say it. We all know the answer. But I do think that Microsoft will do everything in their power to see if they can, because people saying, oh, mindshare and all. Yeah, let's see if Microsoft can get that mindshare back. You got two of the biggest publishers in the industry. Let's see if that helps. Here's the other thing. And I was talking about this with Upper Room. I think it was it yesterday? I think I was talking about, yeah, it was yesterday. So here's the thing. I know a lot of people are not gonna like what I'm about to say, but it needs to be said. And I've talked about this on When Persona Speaks before. Microsoft, in my opinion, Microsoft needs to renege on the day and date. Yo, Jay Sway, what's good, bro? Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. Devil Shooter, what's good, bro? Shout out to everybody. Every company wants to maximize profit, so if cutting dead weight achieves that goal. Chips, listen. Chips, you and I ain't businessmen. We ain't go to school for business degrees. But if even you and I can see it, and listen, it might be a New York thing, I don't know. You fit a film, it might be a New York thing, We just see things, man. We read between the lines. I don't know. But I'm not a CEO, and I see it. Let me shut up. Let me shut the fuck up, man. I ain't even gonna go down that path. But yeah, day and date. That's what I'm talking about. I was gaming night. driving, but was thinking the same on the day and date. Yeah, see, I was talking about this the other day, right? I think Microsoft needs to renege on day and date with Game Pass and switch to a case-by-case model. Now, I know some people might hear that and say, no, that's a bad idea. They shouldn't do that. This is a bad idea. They shouldn't do that. This is wrong. No, if they do that, that's gonna be a PR nightmare, blah, blah, blah. So what? I personally think because here's my thinking. Here's my thinking and philosophy behind this, right? And stick with me, guys. Stick with me. I know you probably like, Persona, what the hell are you talking about? Just stick with me, right? When Phil Spencer back in 2017 or 2016, 2017 made the announcement about Game Pass and how every game from Microsoft was going to be going into the service day and date, and they kind of put this, and I don't want to call it a mandate, but you know, anybody that they were working with from a third-party perspective had the, you know, the expectation was that their game was going to go into Game Pass as well, right? Microsoft was going to foot the bill, hoping to make, you know, to make profits and things like that from it, you know, yada yada yada, all that stuff, right? I personally think when Phil came out and made that declaration of day and date for all first-party Xbox games, regardless of, you know, if it was a AA, AAA, or indie or whatever, it was going to go into the service day and date. I personally think that was the wrong thing to say and do out the gate. Now, obviously, at that time, Microsoft didn't have a whole lot of studios, right? First-party studios, and a lot of their games weren't selling. The console wasn't selling. It was just a lot of things that were going wrong at the time, right? So I can understand kind of wanting to scramble and kind of push that out the gate, then lock something in right then and there. But for me, I wouldn't have made that statement so black and white like that, because you kind of pigeonhole yourself into a position to where if you try to back out, it would be a PR nightmare. I would have left the door cracked. How do you leave the door cracked? Kind of like what they did with the Bethesda. Where, you know, Phil Spencer was talking to Pete Hines during that whole interview process, and he said, games that exist on PlayStation, you know, will exist on PlayStation today, just like they did in the past, but future games we will treat on a case-by-case basis. When it comes to new releases, it's on a case-by-case basis. What that did was leave the door cracked, because they could, you know, existing games like Elder Scrolls Online, the older Fallouts and things like that, those are existing games today, or games in the past that still do exist on PlayStation today. But when you look at the games of tomorrow or the future, games like Redfall, games like Hi-Fi Rush, games like Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6 most likely won't become, you know, I think it's a safe bet to say that that's not coming to PlayStation or any other platform besides PC and Xbox as well. That leaves the door cracked, right? Because if they want to pivot and then say, you know, and again, let's bring the conversation back to this whole rumor of like Hi-Fi Rush and other games from Bethesda or whoever going to PlayStation or other platforms. You left the door cracked. When you said that statement with Pete Hines way back when you first acquired ZeniMax, you left the door open, or left the door cracked, to where if you wanted to walk through that door, there wouldn't be any type of issue because of how the statement was set up, right? But when you look at things from the Game Pass perspective and what was said, the door's closed, because it's like any and all will be in Game Pass day one. The reason why I think that Microsoft needs to pivot and kind of pull back a little bit on the whole every game day and date is because, and again, I know some people are not gonna like this, man, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Every game is not a Game Pass worthy game. What does that mean? AAA, I feel like AAA games that with a budget of like 150, 200 million, whatever, some odd million, those don't belong in a subscription service out the gate. But also, when you do make declarations like that of everything going into a service day and date, if the profits or revenue is not matching the money that's going out, what you will begin to start to see is much smaller or cheaper, for lack of a better term, smaller or cheaper titles begin to release more frequently than you would the big AAA tentpole titles that you would love to see from like a PlayStation or whatever the case may be, right? As much as people try to shit on PlayStation and try to shit on PlayStation's games, and it's the same thing, it's this third person over the shoulder with and it's a movie and you watching cutscenes and all that. First off, a lot of those games are starting to release on Xbox as well. Hellblade 2, Indiana Jones. Well, let's see what Indiana Jones looks like first, right? But things like Hellblade 2 and things of that nature, where it's more of a intimate experience with very the expectation, at least with cutscenes and storytelling and all these other different things, right? These are the things that a lot of people want on that Xbox platform. Here's my thing. We're seeing that God of War, Horizon, and all these other games are costing upwards from 150 to almost 300 million. If you look at the whole Spider-Man 2 situation, that's not a PS Plus game. That's not a game that goes in PS Plus day and date. You are going to want to maximize those profits and then do the trickle-down method and put things into a service after the fact. But you want to maximize those profits out the gate. I think for Microsoft, the best thing to do would be to renege. And listen, this is just my thoughts, my opinion. I'm not no business person. I'm just giving you my thoughts, right? My thoughts is Microsoft should renege and switch to a case-by-case model when it comes to even games going into Game Pass. Now, this does one of two things. It will hurt the Game Pass. It will hurt Game Pass subscription numbers and profits, which is why they probably won't ever do this, because it's gonna hurt those profits, right? Because I can definitely see a mass exodus of people unsubscribing from Game Pass, because the selling point to Game Pass is those day and date AAA releases. So that's one reason why I can see them probably never ever doing this, right? But I do think if they were to pivot and go to a case-by-case model, and if a game exceeds a certain budget, or if it's a AAA title, you would do the trickle-down method where you would sell it at a premium and then trickle down to putting it into Game Pass maybe 6 months, a year later, or whatever the case may be. Especially because here's the thing: if the game, here's the other thing about it, right? Because and I kind of understand why people feel this way and feel this strongly. If the game isn't good, or if it isn't good games, right? Because obviously, the stigma around Microsoft for the past like 1 or 2 generations has been that they're not putting out great games, right? They're putting out very lackluster titles, or titles that just doesn't meet the quality and premium threshold that we've become accustomed to when it comes to the competitions games, PlayStation, right? Or even Nintendo. Even though Nintendo with the Switch, they might not be, they're premium for what that console is offering and what that console can do. Let's just leave it there. I don't want to go down the Nintendo rabbit hole, because that's a whole nother conversation, right? But when it comes to Nintendo and PlayStation, they are putting out premium products that cater to their audience, and people are buying these games, right? This isn't just a statement. The facts, data, and statistics back these claims up, right? When you go look at the NPDs, when you go look at shout out to Chris Dring, when you go look at the UK charts, and when you look at best games sold in a year, when you look at nominations at Game of the Year awards and all these other different things, the community, the industry, the media are telling you that this is what works and this is what we want to continue. You're seeing that in the numbers. You're seeing that in the sales. You're seeing that in the success. You're seeing that in all these other different all these other different facets of the industry. So it's not like me saying this, there's no evidence to back this up, right? Now, where the uphill battle, in my opinion, the uphill battle for Microsoft is, you gotta make great games. You got that stank. You got, shout out to Barry. I'm gonna still one of Barry's lines. That Xbox stench is on you. You gotta get that off you first, expeditiously. You gotta get that off you. But putting out great games, great releases, and things like that, I do think that they could pivot. And again, it would be a nightmare at first. And I'm sure there'd probably be a mass exodus of people unsubscribing from Game Pass. But I do think that would put them, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I do think that will put them in a better position to where if they're putting out those higher quality games with bigger budgets and things like that and maximizing off those profits day one or first, at a premium. Again, the games got to be good. The games have to be good. They have to be good games. But I think everything going into the service day and date is hurting Microsoft, or will hurt Microsoft more in the long run than it would benefit them, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Yo, Star Guardian, what's good, bro? Yo, Corey Macy in the building. Yo, you know why I rock with Corey? Because Corey always disagrees with me on a lot of shit that I say. But I know there's a lot of respect from Corey because he still subscribed to the channel, rocks out with me. So shout out to my boy Corey. Corey says, Persona, you cannot walk back the mentality of waiting for the games to come to a service or not buying a game to force it into a service. They've undercut their console model. So I disagree, and because companies walk back things all the time. So I disagree with that. Companies pivot, they do all that different stuff like all the time, right? Now, obviously something of this caliber would be a harder thing to pivot from, but I do think in the long run it would be more beneficial if you put the games out that are undeniably high quality, undeniably premium, and people have to own and play. That's the challenge. That's the challenge, right? The challenge isn't, and this is just my opinion, right? The challenge obviously lies in the PR nightmare and people feeling some type of way and things like that, yes. But if you are putting out things that are undeniably good, and that's the second challenge, you actually have to put out extremely great games, extremely high caliber games to offset the anger that some may feel. But this is why it's case by case, because you're not saying, oh, I'm going to take off every game and not put no game day and date that comes from an Xbox studio. No, you're not saying that at all. What you're saying is we're switching to a case by case, meaning we're going to evaluate the game and determine if this is something that we want to sell at a premium or something that we want to throw into a service day one. So it's a matter of, instead of closing the door, you're now just cracking the door. Yeah, you're walking back certain statements and certain things. I agree, yes. But if you're putting out great games, it's undeniable. It's undeniable. Persona, companies can walk back, takes time to heal, but the damage has already been done. That's what I'm saying though. Like, look at WB. WB was putting all their movies day and date on HBO Max. They cut that shit out quick. They said, oh, never mind. Yo, because you had actors that were mad because they weren't getting the right amount of money and this and that. Yo, let me tell you something. WB walked that shit back so quickly. They said, oh no, we putting these in the theater first, then we'll put them on HBO Max. Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of people angry, They walked it back. And Microsoft has way more money than WB. So they can definitely dedicate a lot more money to cleaning up that image or cleaning up the PR that might come with walking something like that back. I think they need to do it. I think they need to walk that statement back. I think they need to walk that back. I stand by that, man. They need to walk that back. Yo, shout out to my boy No Cap Podcast, aka Sick Humor TV. 28 months as a member on the channel. Sick, you know, I always appreciate you, brother. Big shout out to you, man. Sick says, let these fools phase themselves out of the console space. Good riddance to those mofos. By the way, Persona dropping weight, looking good, sir. Pause. Oh yeah, yo. Yo, man, I don't really like talking about like my I'm a very private person. You know, very private. But you know, definitely, you know, I've been in the gym for what, 2.5 months now? Like close to 3 months. Been in the gym, weightlifting, cardio, all that stuff, man. Yeah, man, your boy dropped a lot of weight. A lot. You know, we good out here, man. We out here. Healthy living, healthy life. You know, had to get those COVID pounds off your boy. You know, you gotta get those COVID pounds off, man. Them COVID pounds snuck up on your boy, but we good, man. Good progress, good growth. You know, yo, I'm happy because a lot of people have definitely been noticing. You know, shout out to Broken Lobo. I know Lobo noticed as well. Shout out to you, Sick. A lot of people in my real life noticed as well. Even the ladies noticed. Listen, the ladies definitely doing the triple takes. Before, you know, when I was at my teddy bear status, they was definitely doing the double take. Now the ladies do the triple take. Like, is that Persona? Hey, big head, how you doing? I be like, shorty, I gotta hit it with that Mike Jones. Back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot, you all on me. Fall back. They used to do the double take, now they do the triple take. Oh man, but yeah, man, listen. Got my goals. I'm meeting all my weekly goals, my monthly goals and stuff like that when it comes to like the weight that, because I have a goal weight that I want to get to, and I'm making good progress of getting there, you know. So you know, weightlifting, weight training, cardio. Listen, by the summertime, I'm telling y'all now, man, like, yo, I'm in my cocoon status right now. Let me tell you, man, the summertime, I'm about to be Schwarzenegger out here. You hear what I say? You hear what I say? You hear what I say? Listen, man. Let me chill, man. Let me chill out, man. Let me chill out, man. Let me chill out, man. You say your goal is to get a better paying job. That's what's up, Gaming Night. In what sector? In IT? Hey, yo, Chips, man, they been hitting me with the hey big head, man. Yo, listen, man. I'm like, listen, shorty, like, you know, I ain't no teddy bear no more, man. You know, we gotta, you know, I can still keep it warm at night though, baby. Don't worry. I got a heated blanket. Yo, shout, I thought I saw Jack Move. Yo, Jack Move, what's good, bro? Jack said, DM your weightlifting routine. All right, I got you. Persona going for the Christopher Judge Kratos bod. Listen, man. Listen, health is wealth, man. Like, yo, one thing I'll say, like, cause like, yo, COVID definitely slowed down. Cause like COVID definitely put me in a weird spot. You feel me? Like, I definitely gained like some COVID weight and stuff like that. So I was trying to get all that off or whatever. Yo, man, being in the gym, just, you know, being active, you know, eating healthy, eating very clean. Yo, man, it's a great feeling, just feeling, you know, energized and, you know, happy and healthy, and just, yo, man, it's a great feeling. Like, yo, if you like somebody that's trying to, like, you know, you scared of going to the gym, or you somebody that want to go to the gym or start eating healthy and stuff like that, yo, man, I go do it. I'm telling you, it's gonna be the best thing for you and the best thing for your life. I promise, man. It's going to be the best thing for you. It's a great feeling to just feel healthy and look healthy, feel energized. You able to do more things. I advocate for everybody. Also, if you like somebody that like you scared to go to the gym, like if you're a big dude or big girl, I don't know, like I know some women watch my channel, I don't know. If you're a big dude and you like scared of going to the gym because you think people going to like laugh or make fun of you, I promise you it's not like that, man. I promise. I know it's intimidating, guys. I know it might be intimidating, but the first day you step foot, like the first day you push yourself to just step foot in that gym and you do your workout for an hour or whatever the case may be, yeah, I promise you, it's gonna be exhilarating and you're gonna want to go back because like exercising is a good stress decompressor as well. Like when I'm done exercising and working out, I feel like stress free. I feel the blood is flowing through my veins. Like I feel great. I'm telling you, the first day you go, it's gonna be scary. You ain't gonna know what the fuck to do. You just gonna be like, you gonna think people staring at you. They not. Like, plus everybody is focused on their workout. Real talk, you'll get more. I promise you this. You'll get more people at the gym that will actually be like head nod or thumbs you up or whatever when they see like a big dude or somebody that's trying to lose weight coming to the gym consistently. You'll start seeing the other regulars in the gym that'll start like giving you nods, giving you props and all that shit. Listen, the other thing too, fellas, listen, don't be a weirdo. Before I say this, don't be a weirdo. Man, you might find, if you somebody that's out there looking, you might find your wife at the gym, man. Listen, you might find your wife at the gym. You never know. You might, it's a lot of beautiful women at the gym. They see a dude like you that's out, they start seeing the progress, they start noticing, they start seeing the muscles and the definition. You understand? They start noticing. You understand? You might fuck around and find you a gym partner. She ain't gotta be a girl. You might find you a cool person that, you could go to the gym with. Y'all both on the same routine, the same timeline. You might find you a cool little shorty doo-wop. You feel me? You can go to the gym, y'all build a good rapport. You got a new friend. So yeah, definitely go to the gym. I advocate for that. Eat healthy as well though. You gotta eat clean. Gotta eat healthy and all that stuff as well. If you're gonna be going to the gym. You gotta eat clean. No bread, no rice, no sugar. You gotta eat clean. A lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, a lot of protein. You gotta eat very clean. You gotta eat very, very clean, man. If you're gonna go dedicate, you gotta make sure what you eating is also not crazy as well. So, but yeah. So proper gym etiquette. Oh yeah, definitely. You definitely gotta be respectful in the gym. Health is wealth. Absolutely, Randy. Health is absolutely wealth. I know that you're talking about I lost 40 pounds. Word, you lost 40 pounds, Dark Zone? Big shout out to my boy Dark Zone, man. Out here losing that weight. I'm happy for you, man. JP said, I used to do 50 push-ups a day when I was losing weight. Oh, yeah. Push-ups, sit-ups, crunches. I do this. I go like 3-4 days a week. Stairmaster. Like when I do my cardio days, I do Stairmaster. I do the bike. I do the treadmill. On like a 6-7 incline. And then on my weight machine days, do the legs. I do the arms. I forget I forget the name of this machine. I forgot what this one is called. The bicep one, the curls, the dumbbells, squats. Listen, I'm trying to be like I'm telling you, by the summer I'm gonna be like Schwarzenegger. Y'all not gonna recognize me, man. Be like Schwarzenegger. Oh, water. Absolutely. Drink that water. Take your vitamins. Listen, water, vitamins. Make sure you're taking your vitamins, ladies and gentlemen, especially for my fellas. Fellas, take your vitamins, man. Don't sleep on the vitamins. Trust me. Take your vitamins. Real talk. Yo, that Stairmaster is hell, boy. Let me tell you something. That Stairmaster is hell. That thing is crazy. All right. So, let's get back to the show. We kind of got off track. Persona T9 1000. Hey, yo, listen. You already know. Listen. Like I said, I'm in my cocoon. I'm in my cocoon phase. But y'all are gonna continue to see more growth and you'll notice more within the body as well. But yeah, we've come a long way, right? For black men especially, take vitamin D and K. Absolutely, take them vitamins. Stop playing around. Oh, Gaming Night, I show you said you was trying to do Python, right? Python computer programming. That's what's up. Corey said the company may pivot, but the consumer will not. Microsoft set an expectation, and now they are going to have to break the standard that they set and hope consumers follow them. But Corey, this is the thing. This is why I keep saying that they need to put out the undeniable premium product, because if they're putting out the undeniable premium product while also reneging on doing day and date and switching to a case-by-case model, yeah, people will leave. Some people will leave. Some people may be angry and all these other different things. But if the product is undeniable, they'll come back. They'll come back. They will come back. Trust me. And the big shout out to JP Loco. Appreciate you for the super chat. It says, hard to lose weight when you got a nan like mine who cooks hella good food. God bless her. Yo, listen. Believe me when I tell you, I understand. You know, especially, all the different Caribbean food and all that stuff, and just, it's crazy too, because when you're eating clean, eating healthy, and going to the gym and all these other different things, you actually start to realize how much negative food is around you, right? Like, that's one of the things, like, you start to realize, like, yo, like, damn, man, like, this, all this, like you can't get away from that. Like, it's everywhere you look. It's there, this fast food place, this, that. It's all over you. So you got to really have that mental discipline to say, no, I'm not going to eat here. I'm going to cook something, or I'm going to stick to my meal plan or meal prep or whatever. It's tough though. Like it's everywhere. Like, it's everywhere you look, especially if you're going out, you see that shit everywhere, right? So that discipline is definitely something that you got to have when it comes to trying to eat clean, because it's tough. It's tough, man, and I get it. It's tough. It's very tough. It's very, very tough. But the results are so the results of sticking to like a proper meal plan and going to the gym and eating healthy and all that stuff is the results. The results are so worth it, man. I promise they are. JP said, Persona, Phil disagrees with you though. Remember, great games won't change anything. That's bullshit. That really and truly, that's bullshit too. They will. If you're putting out great games, I'm telling you, people will buy them. 2025 Persona will podcast and widescreen, absolutely. Actually, we're doing that in 2024. The reason why I do the show, the reason why I have it like this is because people like to, if somebody's looking at like a video, they like to see shit on the screen. Like, you don't want to see my face on the screen. My UGG mug, you feel me? I have like a game that I'm most anticipating or something like that, play while I talk, because it's just easier that way. And I like that format. Like, I like that a lot more anyway. But yeah. Boxing is your cardio. Yeah, boxing is something I want to get in as well. Probably second half of the year. I'm gonna take up boxing. I used to box or learn. I learned boxing when I was a kid. My uncle taught me because he used to work at a gym. So I learned from my uncle. how to box. That was so long ago, and I haven't really, I forgot all of it. So I definitely wouldn't mind getting back into boxing and stuff like that. But that's probably something I'll do second half of the year for sure. But yeah, I was the same way. Coke was the reason I had to get a crown on one of my molars. Oh wow. Oh shit. The biggest thing people need to know about fitness is that there are a lot of options available. Find something you have fun doing. Yeah, that's a good point as well, Brian. You know, do stuff that you enjoy, right? If you like hiking or riding bikes or whatever the case may be, something that just keeps you active, you know? I think that's the most important thing. You want to be active because, you know, don't go into the gym thinking that you're going to be, you know, you're going to walk in there heavy weight and then walk out, you know, with a six-pack abs and all that in a day. Nah, it's going to take a lot of time, and it's also a process. Like sometimes you might try to push yourself and your body's telling you you're not there yet. Even though you're pushing yourself, you're not there yet. Listen, take it slow and steady, man. Slow and steady wins the race. So, but yeah. All right, let's move on. So that's my whole spiel when it comes to Microsoft and that whole situation, and you know, the whole first party thing. Like I said, I mean, the whole game's going to other platforms. I do think that Microsoft should keep their games. Microsoft should keep their games. They should keep their games exclusive. Like I stand on that. I stand by that. I stand on that. They should keep their games exclusive, 100%. But I do think that if they were to say like, oh yeah, you know, we're going to be putting things on other platforms, I wouldn't be surprised about that either. Because for Microsoft, it's about maximizing profits. It's about maximizing revenue, especially with all the money that they've dumped into acquisitions and all these other different things. They're looking to maximize profits by any means necessary at this point. So we'll see what happens. Right. All right. Let's move on. Right. So now I do want to talk about my 2024 PlayStation wish list, right? And what I'm hoping to see. Yo, Legos for Days was good, man. So just put it best a few live streams ago. When you try to serve everyone, you end up serving no one. You need to satisfy your core audience because they will end up doing the messaging for you. That's how casuals turn their heads, not by sacrificing the loyal core audience for the casual audience who didn't care about your product anyway. It's a good point. It's a good point. It's a really good point. Shout out to Jez, by the way, too, man. Good dude. All right, man. So PlayStation 4, PS5 2024 wish list, right? So listen, you know, me and Barry, we were talking about this during What's Up PlayStation podcast over the weekend. One of the topics was kind of giving our score for 2023, and I do think PlayStation overall did a good job, a decent job when it comes to offering variety and incentive to why you need to own a PlayStation, right? From both a first party, second party, and third party perspective. So I do think they did a good enough job. I gave them like a 7.9 to an 8 out of 10. So I do think it was pretty good. Looking to 2024 and what I really want to see from PlayStation this year, I do think coming out the gate, PlayStation definitely has, for the first 3 months of this year, I do think PlayStation is kind of set up pretty nicely, right? When you look at January, you got The Last of Us Part 2 remaster, and you got Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which is a PlayStation 5 third-party exclusive. That's good. That's a good get. When you look at February, they've got Helldivers 2, which is a first-party exclusive. When you look at in February, they've also got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is a third-party exclusive. Those are a good month. When you look at March, they have Rise of the Ronin, which is a first-party exclusive. Because they own the IP, right? So I do think that they've locked things down pretty well, right? But on the flip side, I'm also looking at the rest of the year. Corey said, Persona, I think gaming and being a gamer is a culture, and we've seen that there is a massive segment of the Microsoft community that are not a part of the gaming culture. For them, it doesn't matter. I mean, you might have a point with that. I just feel like if Microsoft, I'll put it this way: if Microsoft cares about getting mind share, maximizing profits, or whatever the case may be, or wanting to get back into the console race or the console business in a more in a bigger way, certain things you're gonna have to change or renege on. I know people won't like that, but that's what they're gonna have to do. Chris Reed said, "Hey, I used to be 400 pounds. Now I'm down over 200 pounds and shape. Got to keep it up, Sony. You got it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Congratulations, man. That's incredible, man. Seriously. Wow. Yo, big shout out to you, man. That's really good." All right, so back to the PlayStation stuff. So, where's this trailer? I'm trying to find the trailer here we go. I'll play this while we'll loop this. Let me see. There we go. So, PlayStation, one of the things that I like that they put out is they put out a nice video kind of showcasing some of the things from both a first, second, and third party perspective that we can expect for 2024. So I do think that PlayStation is doing a good job of kind of letting you know what's up. Obviously, some of these games are multi-plat, where like they are releasing on other platforms as well, like same day as well. But there's a lot of good things here, like Stellar Blade, Rise of the Ronin, like I said, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. They also reconfirmed that Concord is slated to be releasing this year as well, which is pretty big. And I believe Silent Hill 2 is also a third-party exclusive to timed exclusive to PlayStation as well, and that also got confirmed for 2024 as well. So I do think coming out the gate, PlayStation is doing a pretty good job of highlighting, Pacific Drivers too, I think that's exclusive as well, highlighting a lot of different cool games that you can expect to play on PlayStation, like I said, from both a first, second, and third party perspective, as well as the first, second, and third party exclusives. Some of the things that I do want to see from PlayStation this year, I said this on Twitter as well. I do think that we are going to get a state of play between now and March, because we're literally like going like 5 months. By now we've gone 3 months without a state of play. By the time March rolled around, it'll be about 5 months, right? So I do think we're going to be getting the state of play pretty soon, and I think the state of play is going to be dedicated to Stellar Blade, where we're going to get a release date. We've already gotten. We don't need a state of play for Helldivers, because they've already done that. We don't need a state of play for Rise of Ronin, because they've already done that as well, right? Where they've given us like an overview of what we can expect with the game and all this other stuff, right? So I don't think we need that. So I think the first state of play that we do see will be them highlighting obviously certain other games like that they might be making deals with and things like that. But for me, I'm more so looking at Stellar Blade and Concord as well. Those are two games that I think we need to act, especially Concord. But I think we'll see Concord at PlayStation Showcase, not at the first state of play that they do for 2024. So sorry. I do think the first state of play needs to be dedicated to Stellar Blade. This is a game that we have been excited for and hyping up for a while now. It was slated to come out in 2023. That didn't happen, and internally got delayed. They never really said anything about confirming that delay, but obviously it was delayed internally and just never really communicated to the audience. But I do think that, this is a game that people are clamoring for. The gameplay for this game looks absolutely incredible. And I do think that it would make sense for PlayStation to do a state of play focused on Stellar Blade, giving us a more in-depth look at the game, the character, things like that. And also, again, like I said, giving us a release date. I'm hoping that we actually get a collector's edition for Stellar Blade in 2023. I think that would be a really cool thing as well. 2024. I would love a collector's edition, but who knows? We'll see what happens with that. How much PlayStation will put into Stellar Blade. But other things that I want to see from PlayStation, I do think that PlayStation needs to redeem themselves when it comes to showcases, right? Last year's showcase for me was not good at all. I thought they did have some pretty interesting things there, but I think overall the showcase was not good, right? So for me personally, what I'm also expecting from them is for them to bring it with a showcase in like May, June, like around that summer Game Fest time. I would hope that PlayStation would give us a showcase then. And at that showcase, Lost Soul, Rallo, Kratos, y'all getting ahead of me. I was definitely gonna bring up Lost Soul Aside and Little Devil Inside. Trust and believe. Your boy was gonna bring that up. I promise you. You get your boys is getting ahead of me. But yeah, no, that I'm gonna touch on those in a second. Their showcases have been, I agree. Shout out to Jack Moon too, by the way, man. Shout out to you in the chat. Appreciate you. He says last 2 showcases been buns. Yeah, like they really have been dropping the ball with their showcases, which is surprising to me because it's like, you got so much from a first, second, and third party perspective. PlayStation, you have so much to offer. Why are you dropping the ball here, right? I get that some of these developers and some of the teams might not be ready to show anything. Fine, right? Like we have no choice but to accept that and yes, but we're in 2024 now. Like I said on the on What's a PlayStation podcast on Saturday, that whole we cooking, stay tuned. Nah, not in 2024. 2020, we leaving that bullshit in 2023. We're done. Like there is no, we cooking. It's time to show what you cooking. That's how I'm looking at it. We're 4 years into the PlayStation 5 generation. It's time. It's time for first party. And this is kind of my thing. I want to see PlayStation kind of really show, really open up that bag from a first party perspective. First party, right? Where they kind of show what some of the first party studios are working on and what's good. You feel me? What's Concord looking like? What's that gameplay looking like? What is Sony Ben? Shout out to Sony Ben. Shout out to my boy Robert Morrison, man. Yo, big shout out to Sony Ben. I love those guys and girls over there. They need to show us what's going on over there at Sony Ben, right? Yo, and this might sound unfair. I want to see what Naughty Dog is making. Listen, man. Y'all know me. Y'all know I love Naughty Dog with every fiber of being in my body. I love those people over there at Naughty Dog. I love them. I love them. But enough is enough with this bullshit. Enough is enough. You just canceled Factions 2? I need to see something from Naughty Dog, man. I do not want to go another year of not seeing shit from Naughty Dog. We can't do that, man. And I'm not talking concept art. Give me a teaser trailer. Something. I want to see something from Naughty Dog this year. I'm hoping we do, but who knows? I do hope we see some more Fair Games, J. Raymond Studio Haven, their game, which is Fair Games. Hopefully we see some more of that as well. I definitely want to see that. Listen, Ghost of Tsushima 2. Shout out to the boys and girls over there at Sucker Punch. It's time to open that bag up, Sucker Punch. I see you. Big shout out to you, Sucker Punch. I think it's time to tease that Ghost of Tsushima 2. You ain't got to show the whole bag. You ain't got to show the whole meal. But I want to see what Sucker Punch is cooking as well. One more studio that I would want to see is Sony London. So Sony London is also making a fantasy style MMORPG. Not MMO, excuse me. A fantasy style co-op RPG games as a live service game, right? Or London Studio, I think they're called. I forget what it's London Studio. They told us that back in like 2022. London Studio, it's time to pull up. I want to see what London Studio is cooking up with that fantasy RPG live service game. Show me what's good. I want to see it. Now, when you get to the second party and some of the other things that PlayStation is publishing, Lost Soul aside, I played Lost Soul Aside back in 2017 at PlayStation Experience. I have the video somewhere. I gotta find the video. It's on my channel somewhere. I have to find it. I played this game. I played Lost Soul Aside in 2017 at PlayStation Experience. This game is great. I love the game from what I played of it. It's a really dope game. I've been clamoring for this game for years. Lost Soul Aside, it's time to pull up, man. It's time. And I believe he did confirm that we would be getting the game in 2024 or something like that. I could be wrong, but I'm hoping we at least see some more for that and get a date. And then the other game is Little Devil Inside. It's been 3 years. It's been 3 years. Little Devil Inside, where you at, baby? It's time to pull up. So I definitely want to see more Little Devil Inside as well. JP Loco, shout out to you. Blue Point Games as well. Blue Point, it's been 4 years. It's been 4 years, baby. You pull out Demon Souls remake and you've been quiet. We've given you grace, Blue Point. We've given you grace, Blue Point. It's time to pull up. I really truly, and again, this is just me just kind of putting my thoughts out there, right? I'm hoping that PlayStation, I want this to be a PlayStation first party, a very heavy PlayStation first party year. Not in terms of, obviously everything wouldn't release this year. I don't want everything to release this year, but in terms of even showing us anything, that's what I want from PlayStation. I want them to show us and reveal show us what they're cooking from a first party perspective. I really want to see that from PlayStation this year. I'm hoping that we get that to some degree. Now, obviously, I don't think every single studio will show something, but if you can give me, so like, all right, so if PlayStation said, all right, Persona, we're gonna make it happen, but we can only show you what we're cooking up from 3 studios, right? Those 3 studios for me would be Sucker Punch, Naughty Dog, and Sony Ben. Those are the 3 main studios that I would want to see. If PlayStation was like, oh, Persona, we're gonna make it happen, you give us the 3 studios, those would be the 3 studios: Sucker Punch, Naughty Dog, Sony Ben. If PlayStation can make that happen this year and reveal what those 3 main studios are working on, I'm happy with that. Oh, and obviously Firewalk as well with Concord, but we know that we're going to see that more this year because it's slated for 2024 and all that anyway, so we don't even need to mention that with Firewalk and Concord. But those are the 3 main studios that I want to see something from this year. A bonus would be Blue Point. I would love to see what Blue Point is making. It has been 4 years, right? They opened up the PS5 generation with, like I said, with Demon Souls remake. I want to see more from that as well, right? And honestly, I'd be happy with that. And then obviously show the AA and other AAA stuff as well. But from a first party, from the first party studios that they own, that's what I want to see. I'm hoping we get some semblance of that. We'll have to wait and see. But when it comes to other things that I would want to see, I do think that I think in the summertime, PlayStation is going to reveal the PlayStation 5 Pro. They're going to reveal the PS5 Pro, and it's going to be releasing in November on the anniversary of PlayStation 5's release. Or within that week, right? Somebody was asking me about Wolverine. Did I miss it? Blue Point. I think somebody was asking me about Wolverine. I might have missed it. Yeah, we need Concord gameplay for sure. Barry said, we don't need to see Naughty Dog game. Barry, cut it out. You know damn well we need to see Naughty Dog game. Cut that bullshit. Cut that bullshit out. Yeah, talking about they cooking. Well, the food better be ready this year, 2024. Yo, sick, Nick. That's what I'm talking about, man. Yo, for real. Yeah, but Sony Ben said they cooking, which I believe they are cooking, but I really hope we see something from them this year, for sure. I really, really hope that we see something from them this year. I thought somebody was asking me something about Wolverine. I can't find it. Yo, listen, really and truly, some people might not like this. I'm fine with Insomniac taking like a 2-year hiatus. Here's why. Insomniac has been carrying this generation. Their output this generation has been the best out of all of PlayStation Studios, right? Not only that, but with the issues of going on with the hack, where they got hacked and all that stuff got leaked and their personal information got leaked and stuff like that, I'm fine with Insomniac taking like a 2-3 year break. Legit. I know some people might not like that, but I'm fine with Insomniac taking like a 2-year break. If they want to like put their head down and just go quiet for 2 years, I'm fine with that. I encourage it. They let them. That's a studio where I would say, yeah, let them cook. Let them cook. Let them cook. They're fine. Let them get a break. Oh yeah, Ember Labs. Ember Labs is another one. I would love to see what they're working on as well. I wonder if PlayStation is going to lock them down. I hope PlayStation locks them down. I do think this is another thing. Just to go down that path, I do think we're going to see some acquisitions this year from PlayStation as well. The 3 studios that I think PlayStation is going to acquire this year, book this. I do think they're going to lock down Shift Up, which is the Stellar Blade developers. I think they're locking them down for sure. I think that's pretty much a given, especially since Brian, shit, what's his name? Oh, man. Hold on, let me find a tweet. We are Brian Val. Hold on, I think Zuby retweeted it. Zuby, no. Genki retweeted it. I thought I retweeted it, but I can't find it. I forgot his name. Oh, let me find it, guys. Oh, here we go. Bruno, not Brian. Why am I saying Brian? Bruno Velasquez. Shout out to Bruno Velasquez. But he had put out a tweet, and let me switch my scenes. I just want to increase this real quick. So shout out to Bruno Velasquez. He is the game director over at Sony Santa Monica Studio, right? So Bruno actually went and visited the Shift Up team and got to play the goddamn game, got to see the game and all that, right? And took pictures with the game director, saying he's a big fan and all that stuff. Now obviously this is kind of just, this is me just, kind of reading into stuff like, this may not happen, right? But if we look at the history of what PlayStation has done with Shift Up so far, when they first announced that they were partnering with PlayStation and PlayStation was going to be publishing the game, PlayStation sent them the whole studio PS5s, and this is at the height of the pandemic when it was hard to get a PS5. Sent them PS5s. Now we're seeing studio heads of PlayStation-owned studios visiting studios like this. I think the writing is on the wall. Same thing with Deviation. Although Deviation, I don't know what the hell is going on with them. I would love to get an update from them as well. But I do think Shift Up is going to be a studio that PlayStation announces that they either are going to acquire or has been acquired this year. I do think that they're waiting for Stellar Blade to come out. But with everything that Bruno is saying, and Bruno in Santa Monica, they are wizards when it comes to action gameplay. They're saying that the action in this game is definitely going to take the action genre by storm. Listen, Stellar Blade, excited for Stellar Blade. It's going to take the action genre by storm. That's not light words, man. And for something like this to be coming from somebody that's made one of the most, whose studio is known for making some of the most fun action-packed games with God of War, not just the new God of Wars, but even the old school God of Wars as well, and with these new school God of Wars, I would expect somebody like Bruno and Sony Santa Monica to know and understand what a good action game is, right? So in regards to what he's saying, that to me, that's like a badge of honor, so to say that about something like Stellar Blade, this game's going to be crazy. And I think for PlayStation, they're probably waiting for Stellar Blade to come out, see how the public takes it out, or wait till the game releases and then announce it. Here's the thing. Here's my theory, right? Here's my theory. I think that Shift Up might already even be acquired quietly, right? Or, the papers are just being signed or about to be signed, and they're waiting for the game to release. And then after it released, and then they'll say, oh, welcome Shift Up to the family, blah, 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 all that stuff. So I do think Shift Up is on the list. It's on the menu as a studio that's going to be acquired. Second studio, I do think that PlayStation is looking to acquire is Arrowhead. I do think Arrowhead is somebody that they're probably locked down, but they're probably just waiting for Hellblade 2 to release. Just looking at the track record and things like that, it makes sense. Third studio, I don't know. I think Lost Soul aside, I could definitely see PlayStation trying to lock down a Chinese dev as well, because Ember Labs will be a good one too. Ember Labs as well. Deviation, I don't know, man, because we ain't really seen nothing from them yet, so I ain't really trying to put no. I'm a little cautious with that. I don't know, but I do think Lost Soul aside dev. I do think that the Lost Soul aside devs, if that game does come out this year, critical success and stuff like that, I can see PlayStation trying to lock them down as well, especially since, you know, PlayStation has the China Hero Project and all these other different things. They got the Ninja Hero Project, and you know, they partner with NCSoft in Korea. They partner with, obviously, Shift Up as well. PlayStation is definitely looking at other territories to lock things down and kind of capitalize off those markets as well, and expand the brand even more and have more of that brand recognition when it comes to some of those games found in other territories. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out as well. So yeah, that's kind of like what I'm thinking. Yo, uppercase J, what's good, bro? It says long time since I've been up on here. Yeah, shout out to you, Jamil. You missed the show. We coming to the end. He says, I'm sure I missed a bunch of madness in the chat purely off Xbox being in the title of this video. Nah, it was a pretty straightforward conversation. Legit. Team Ninja is another one I can see as well. Oolong T Gaming. I could definitely see Team Ninja getting locked down as well, especially if Rise of Ronin is a critical success. I could see that. But yeah, outside of that, with PlayStation, I'm also expecting, again, I'm hoping we get a black DualSense Edge controller. I know that's kind of wild, but I hope they kind of announce that this year, because I definitely would love a black DualSense Edge, right? And then that's really it. Third party, we already know they're gonna lock down certain things. I expect PlayStation to also announce that the marketing deal with GTA 6 this year as well. We'll probably get the GTA, and I actually think GTA 6. Obviously, they'll show the game running on a PS5 or PS5 Pro, and I do think that PlayStation is going to announce the marketing deal with GTA 6 at some point this year. I think that, you know, GTA will probably be the first, and then PlayStation will follow suit. And obviously, I think we'll get the date for GTA 6 as well this year on PlayStation stage. Oh yeah, GTA 6 PS5 Pro limited edition. That's day one. That's getting locked down, straight up. What else? I'm trying to make sure I get everything. That's pretty much like the big stuff. That's the big stuff for me in terms of like what I would want to see and whatnot from PlayStation this year. Either way, it's gonna be a great year for gaming. It's gonna be a great year for PlayStation as well, and a really great year for gaming. It's a lot of great games coming out on all platforms, and so yeah, all in all, 2024 is looking to be a great year. I'm excited. But yeah, there we go. That's the that's it for me when it comes to my expectations of 2024. A blue and red DualSense Edge controller as well. Oh yeah, I definitely want a red. If they put out like an all black or a red DualSense Edge controller, it's getting picked up. It's getting picked up. Straight up, it's getting picked up. 100%. Right. But yo, listen, guys, that is the show. Well, guys and girls, I know it's a lot, you know, a couple ladies that watch me as well. Guys and girls, this is the show. It feels good. It feels good to you know, be back on When Persona Speaks, you know, talking gaming and whatnot. I really do appreciate you guys rocking out with me, man. Everybody that came through and watched the show today, episode 240 of When Persona Speaks. I hope you guys enjoyed. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. I hope I can make your evening or your day a little bit better. You know, a little joy, a little you know, good conversations and whatnot, good vibes. I hope you guys are you know, feeling good. But for me, man, listen, I got some content coming out. This week. I am going to be putting out 2 episodes of Road to The Last of Us Part 2 remaster for The Last of Us Part 1 playthroughs. I'm gonna put one out. I'm gonna do a live stream for that Friday and Saturday. So, or no, Saturday, probably Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday. I gotta see, right? But cause I wanna finish the game before Last of Us 2 comes out next week. Right, but Prince of Persia demo comes out Thursday, and allegedly Grand Blue Fantasy Relink demo comes out on Friday. And I know me and Bari gonna be playing. Oh no, Bari's not gonna be here. I'm gonna be playing that, and I'm probably gonna want to stream that as well and give my thoughts on the demo. So it's gonna be a lot of content this weekend because there's no episode of When Persona Speaks this weekend. So to make up for it, I'm gonna be streaming and you know, gaming and whatnot, and we could chop it up and talk about some stuff. Also, I'm gonna be posting up. I did a 1st to 10. Shout out to my boy Dre. Dreology619. Big shout out to him, man. You know, good dude. Known him a really long time. Me and him, we did a first to 10 yesterday afternoon. I'm gonna post that up on my channel tomorrow. So really good matches, man. His Surrettes is crazy. So that's gonna be a really fun set, you know, for the fighting game guys that love you know, fighting games and whatnot. So I got that content dropping as well. I'm also gonna chop up this stream and post my 2024 expectation thoughts as well, as a video. That's kind of a new thing that I'm gonna start doing here on the channel. Is if I do a live stream and I talk about certain topics, I know some people probably just want to hear or watch certain things, so I'm gonna cut up certain parts of the streams and start putting those out as videos as well for people that just want to watch those sections. So that's something that's gonna be happening on the channel as well. And yeah, listen guys, I appreciate you guys so much for rocking out with me. Shout out to all the members, the subscribers, the day ones, the people that might be finding my channel for the first time. I appreciate you guys as well. I hope you enjoyed your stay here on Gaming with Persona's YouTube channel. And listen guys, have a great afternoon, have a great evening, a great morning, wherever you are in the world. And yeah, man, this has been episode 240 of When Persona Speaks. I'll see you guys next time. We out. Peace.